Our install today is going to be on a Ram 3500 2014 Tradesman. We're putting in the Kenwood DDN992 navigation receiver. For this, we're going to go ahead and go with the iDatalink Maestro, the CH3, and the Maestro RR. That's going to give us compatibility. Everything from the truck is going to, info from the truck is going to be able to be displayed through the radio, factory backup camera, parking sensors, all your climate control stuff. I'm still reading the manual, so bunch of good features. Also, you're going to need the Maestro 95651 BB faceplate kit for the radio to go into the head unit. I had a factory 5.0 Uconnect system, and going to go ahead and upgrade that with some navigation. Kenwood uses the Garmin navigation, which I like. So let's go back out to the truck here. Alright, so far, prior, I went ahead and this is the wiring harness from the iDatalink. Okay, it's all pretty plug and play. Your wires are all labeled, tell you what you need. It looks like a mess right now, but it will look a whole lot better. I solder all my wires for connectivity. Nothing worse than getting everything back together, and then through vibrations and rattling and everything else, your wires start screwing up on you. But anyway, that's what we got so far. This is the Maestro faceplate side panels put on. I did find that the screws that they provide were a little too small, so I was able to get some that were maybe about a 1/4 inch at most longer. Give it a little bit more bite. That way you don't have to worry about those screws coming out. And then once everything goes back together, of course, that's your faceplate. You will need a antenna converter. This is the antenna plug from the factory. Of course, it doesn't look like the plug we're all used to. So get that. I think it's a Metro as well. I'll put that in the comments. And then it's got 12-volt power that I just put with the antenna. And said factory backup camera. Everything converts, plugs in like with a regular RCA cable. This is from the powered sub. That's your remote on. I went ahead and just did some connectors on it. That way I could bridge it together. Those are the only connectors that I use, that, and then on the antenna, everything else is soldered. So that's what we got so far. Trying to determine where I want to put my little GPS receiver. I believe it's going to be behind or on top of that plate there. The Tradesman I have is only the 6 speakers, so it doesn't have the speaker in the front here, the center channel speaker, and it doesn't have them in the doors, or I'm sorry, in the roof. But still sounds pretty good so far. So that's where that's going to go. I believe it's got a little Bluetooth mic. I'll put that behind here. And it's got a push to talk button that'll probably go right there. But I'm gonna get this all put back together, and we'll see some after pics and see if everything works out the way I hope it will. Removal on this, of course, there's plenty of videos out there, but there's 2 screws right there. It's underneath the little ram cup. You take those out, and then you pop the plate off. Since I'm running stuff to the subwoofer, I also pulled the little center console part out. That's a little bit more challenging, but again, it's only 2 screws. And then use your I just bought some trim tools from like Harbor Freight for like $6, and they seem to work fine. I mean, you could spend a whole lot more money to do the same thing, but I'm trying to do this on the cheap. So like I said, you just pop that out. I'll get all this cleaned up, and we'll see how it works out.